The war over a little seat, 1738. At an Austrian fair, a peasant sat down for a short rest on a merchant's small wooden seat. The merchant demanded payment for using his property. The peasant told him to go to hell. The merchant punched him in the face. Friends of the peasant joined the fight, then the merchant's relatives, then their guilds, then whole villages. Within hours, a simple scuffle over a damn wooden seat turned into mass riots involving hundreds of people. Authorities had to call in troops to disperse the crowd. Several people died, all because one tired man sat down for 30 seconds on someone else's seat. 6th place. The War of the Bucket, 1325. Soldiers from the Italian city of Modena raided nearby Bologna and stole a wooden bucket from a well in the central square. Just a bucket. Wooden. Bologna was furious and demanded it back. Modena refused and said, "Screw you, it's ours now." Bologna declared war. Yes, a war over a bucket. In the Battle of Zappolino, around 2,000 people died. Thousands of families lost fathers, sons, brothers. Over what? A wooden bucket that could have been made in an hour. The funniest part, the bucket is still kept in Modena as a war trophy in a museum. 5th place, the Pig War, 1859. An American farmer on San Juan Island shot a pig that was eating his potatoes. The problem, the pig belonged to a British farmer. The British wanted to arrest the American for destroying property. The U.S. said, "Don't touch our citizen," and sent 461 soldiers to the island. Britain responded by sending 3 warships with 2,140 sailors and cannons. 2 world powers stood facing each other for months, ready to start a full-scale war over one pig that ate some potatoes. Luckily, no one fired a shot and diplomacy resolved the conflict. The only casualty of this whole mess was the pig. 4th place, the Football War, 1969. El Salvador played Honduras in World Cup qualifiers. After a loss, a fan from El Salvador took her own life. Media blew it up into a national tragedy, blaming Honduras. Riots began, attacks on migrants, propaganda from both sides. On July 14, 1969, El Salvador bombed Honduran territory. The war lasted 100 hours. About 3,000 people were killed. Tens of thousands lost their homes. Both economies were wrecked for years. Of course, the real cause was territorial disputes and migration issues. But the trigger was a football match. People slaughtered each other over a game where 22 men chase a ball. 3rd place, the War of Jenkins' Ear, 1739. A Spanish captain caught British Captain Robert Jenkins smuggling goods, cut off his ear, and told him, "Take this to your king." Jenkins kept his severed ear in a jar of brine. 8 years later, he walked into the British Parliament, pulled out the jar, and showed everyone. Parliament freaked out and used it as a pretext to declare war on Spain. The war lasted 9 years. Thousands died. There were naval battles, land assaults, sieges. The real reason was control of Caribbean trade routes, but officially, it was the War of Jenkins' Ear. All because that ear sat in a jar for almost a decade. 2nd place, the Lobster War, 1960s. French fishermen were catching lobsters off the coast of Brazil. Brazil said, "Those are our territorial waters, get out." France claimed lobsters don't swim. They walk on the seabed, so they aren't technically part of territorial waters and can be caught freely. A Brazilian admiral delivered a legendary reply. "By your logic, we can catch butterflies in the skies over Paris because they're flying above your territory, not on it." Both nations sent warships to the disputed zone. Diplomats begged them not to start a war over whether crustaceans walk or swim. It ended peacefully, but it almost became a real military conflict. 1st place, the EMU War, 1932. And now, the champion of stupidity. Australia declared war on birds and lost. 20,000 emus invaded farmland after WWI and ruined crops. The government sent soldiers with 2 Lewis machine guns to wipe them out. They fired 2,500 rounds and killed about 50 birds. Emus turned out to be too fast, too smart, and they scattered at the sound of gunfire. The army regrouped and tried again. They fired another 10,000 rounds and killed around 500 out of 20,000. The military admitted defeat and withdrew. The EMUs remained on the farmland as victors. The only war in history where a modern army with machine guns lost to flightless birds. Australia burned money, ammo, and reputation just to surrender to animals running in zigzags. If you want to suggest an idea for the next video, leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.